the audio mixer. So all the audio streams come in here and are mixed during the recording of the show. Which is impressive, the gear. And then this is the vision mixer. Effectively, you have here on the screen the inputs from the four cameras. So you've got camera 1, 2, 3 and 4, which are the studio. And you can cut between cameras using these buttons, hence vision mixing. This is quite cool. These are PTZ cameras, so they're remote cameras, and you effectively can remote control the cameras from here. So you have your four main cameras here, and you can tilt, pan or zoom them. They're effectively on robotic heads in the studio. So you can tilt, pan and zoom them from here, meaning you don't actually need to go in to do that. However, we do need a floor manager in there to move the cameras physically, because that's the one thing you can't do, is actually move them on the wheels. Like I say, you can pan, tilt and zoom the cameras themselves, but not move them in the studio. A couple of monitors. That top monitor is actually showing the current stream going out live at the moment from pre-recorded shows. That one's obviously what we're doing at the moment, down the bottom. This is auto cue. So this is what I've been doing the last few months. And effectively we load our script in here, and then you scroll the script down, and it shows in the main studio. The presenter can read the script that's coming up. It's a bit tricky actually to get this one scrolling just right, because the arrow kind of denotes roughly the centre of the text, so you've got to kind of read ahead really and scroll that. Very difficult job. Not actually sure what that does. I think my team would have to say what that does. I don't know what that is. In fact, I don't know what the rest of this stuff is. So the one on the right there is the incoming feed, and then the middle one is effectively the end result. So the middle one shows you what your final cuts are. And like I mentioned, this screen shows you the four feeds from the camera. And then over here, for Skype calls, because we have done in the past, is do Skype interviews. This allows us to call someone up on Skype and queue them up to get them ready. So often you're on the headphones saying, we're going to put you through in a minute, and you can have two simultaneous Skype calls coming through, and you basically communicate with your Skype interviewee, and then when they're ready, the gallery director brings the feed from the Skype into the desk and then merges it with the main camera feed. So it can do a Skype interview. And there's loads of gear behind these doors, which I'm not going to open, but it's all effectively the pre-record that's going out now at the moment. This top screen here that you can see, all these shows are stored on the hard drives in here, and at the moment the machines here are sending that feed out. Pre-recorded shows. That's it. So this is the main studio. And, the way we set out Hidden Science, we usually have this L-shaped sofa here. This is manager, presenter. Set up a TV far end to display. Usually it displays just the show logo, but today we're doing something a little bit different. We're showing Harry Oldfield's imagery on the main screen there. These panels are light panels. They're sort of LED strips, and you can adjust the lights here on the side, the brightness. So you can see that one over there is adjust the brightness of that, all the way up to this one here. Usually you have these on full. And these are sort of, I'm not sure what this is actually. Is it not acetate? This is a sort of, I don't know, printed plastic. The design was done by Mickey Zorich, who's a graphic designer, and these are printed one at a time, obviously, and we stick them up with Velcro. Very sophisticated system we use, Velcro along the top, and we spend hours trying to line them up. Giving away our secrets here.
It looks really professional.
Yeah,
Well, wouldn't have guessed all this.
Yes, no, you missed the. Oh God, how do you get that line to? This one here, this is a nightmare. Well, it's still not quite right. No. It doesn't matter. And then there's all these LED lights. These are really good actually because they don't generate any heat. You know, going back 10 years or so, if you wanted lights giving off this sort of wattage, you're generating a lot of heat in here. You're going to get very, very hot. But with LED technology, LEDs don't generate any heat. So you can have all this power, this light power, actually no heat at all coming off these, which is really good. They're very economical as well, very sort of eco-friendly. In fact, you can get a variety of different temperatures, so you can generate different kinds of lights. These are daylight LEDs, but you can get lights that move more into the warmer colour spectrum. These are perfect for studio lighting. Gives you that nice, bright, high-definition look. These are the cameras. Camera 4. This is camera 2, which is the auto cue camera, and as you can see here, this is the script that's coming up from the gallery, which has been piped up to here. So when we scroll in there, it will scroll in here. The clever thing about this is that the camera lens, the actual camera itself, is directly behind this mirror. So the camera doesn't see this text. The camera actually films straight through. However, it means you can look directly at the camera and read the auto cue text, which is ideal because you want to be looking directly at the camera when you're talking. And this is normally how it works, this is how people read the auto cues. They're looking directly into the camera lens, but the text is sort of overlaid on top. And like I said, the camera doesn't see it. And here's another one, it's another auto cue. It's camera 1. These are not high definition cameras, these are standard definition cameras. But the quality is very good because obviously the build of the camera is very sophisticated, so you can get very good quality results just from SD cameras, as long as they're professional SD cameras. Our monitor TV, which isn't really used other than guests can see themselves. Often we're in a situation where we're filming guests and their eyes are looking at this. It's like, don't look at the monitor! Not meant to be looking at me, push it away. Discourage them from looking at it. And this camera, actually, I'm not sure whether we've ever used that before. Not sure that's coming up on the main feed. I'll have to ask John that. Usually these 4 are the ones that are the main camera feeds. And that's the studio, really. Like I say, if we were using any other lights than LEDs, it would be far too hot in here. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lights. And if we were using normal lights, it would just be unbearably hot because they're LEDs.